this properly.
Okay.
I can't believe TK alone and no one else wiped us there.
Oh fuck. That's something
Yeah,
like
huh.
That is, I can confirm that that is what happened.
So I don't have records of that of any pulls right now.
That's nice.
Wrong way, Slight.
Oh god, I'm opening second monitor. I feel like I never have to pay attention to X's anymore. Sorry about that.
In. All right. Knit the healers so they don't fall over. Ranged. Tanks. You- So,
Our cone, like our protein handling is unchanged for phase 6, right?
protean handling is unchanged. The
Cool.
healers are on the tank side. No. The healers are on the tank side. The melee are on the inside of the 1 marker. The ranged are on the outside of it. Okay.
Do we want to go?
And
Oh, go ahead.
Echo, myself, and Cal are the floaters.
Slide,
Be in for a shield first, and then go out.
Slide, did you still need any kind of particular healing at the beginning of that phase?
I don't know how you are doing invulns. Are we doing them
For
assuming that...
now, I think you can let go of holding the invuln for Akafa, since we believe it's a light party thing. So if you guys want to invuln both the hits and P5 for consistency's sake, then we can do that again.
Okay.
All right.
Just make sure before death, Sly, you evoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll remind you.
Yeah, well,
Um,
just following, looking for true north.
Cal, if there's any way for you to send out the shields a little earlier before the tethers come out for Great Worm's Breath, it'll help people float. Because as it is, we're getting the shield around the time that the tethers appear,
That's
before people
intentional.
are in their stacks. Is
That's
it intentional?
Colonel. Yes.
I mean,
The only reason why it is because I don't know if it's the same situation as Die from Grace, which is that I have the ability to do it at the very start of this. I will be testing that. But the few poses which we've gone through, I have intentionally lighted out as last as possible because I can do it and it'll catch up, or rather, it gives it enough time to catch the hit.
I don't really understand the benefit of using the cooldown late, but the more immediate thing that I'm seeing is if people aren't in their stacks before the tethers go out, then floating becomes a 2-step process where people have to go to their stack and then swap, which is going to very quickly devolve into how we do Sanctity, where we're looking at individuals and trying to do the math without any visual guide.
I mean, I don't know what you guys have been doing, but I've always stood in the center because, like, there's enough time to run out to the edge.
Well,
So I always
in
try
that
to
case, if we are standing in the center, then there is an added requirement for the melee to stand dead center, the ranged in a clump. Basically, you need to gather up in your clumps locally in the center and then go out together or not.
That was the running assumption I've been working with, I guess.
Yeah.
Apparently
I
you guys
haven't
didn't have
seen
that.
people doing that, so I wanted to give it more slack, and it didn't seem like something that would be a cost. I still don't really understand the delay, but in any case, that's what
Recitation is
people can
prepped
do.
early. It's not that recitation is used late. It's not a deploy late. It's
Yeah.
besides what you have to think about, to be frank.
Well, if you say so. Now,
But I mean, if it's
I'm
stopping
just-
us for spreading, like, why not send it earlier? That's a question worth asking.
I didn't follow the explanation, but I'm guessing he wants to use it later in P5 for some reason.
No, it's not that I want to use it later in P5. It's that the shield has a 30-second timer from
Yeah.
players.
You
do not
think
know
Worm's
how far
Breath
into-
will not?
That's what
think
I have
Wor-
figured out.
I think Worm's Breath will eat the entire shield and then some.
Oh, yes, that's not
It's
what
not that Worm's Breath is not gonna hit the...
I'm
This
not
is
following.
besides what you guys have to think about, okay? Just don't worry about it. Jesus.
We
So
can
then
talk
Cal-
about it after. This is
We
during raid time,
Don't
so
have
let's
to talk
go.
about it flat out because I'm experimenting with it at the moment anyway.
That's
Like, you'll
fine.
have your sequence that works out. You don't have to think about it. Don't worry.
We'll talk about it after.
I'll be resuming regularly scheduled programming. It is red.
Wow, how slow.
I do not like this programming.
Center.
Right. You
But
can purchase a different subscription package.
You need to tell them to upgrade.
You want premium calls? You have to pay it.
Can I get a free trial?
Sure. But I can't guarantee that the calls will be correct.
it'll only be correct up to the critically acclaimed expansion Heavensward.
There's no limit on playtime.
Oh my
Get all
god.
the calls you want.
Unfortunately, there is a limit on the call time.
Look for your buddies. Counter. DPS.
North, south, mid.
Knockback.
Whoa.
We're good. Unless we're trying to delay to the back half of the third burst again.
No, halfway is fine.
Bravo.
Or
One. In, out. In. Out. Out, in. Out. In. Lance. Towers.
one north. He's very dead.
Sorry about that echo.
Okay.
Pop.
Thanks, ready. Melee's ready. And bomb's ready.
It's only through Corundum on Val. So that orb hit you a little harder than normal.
I appreciate it, bud.
Yeah, you know, I was just worried about your blue orb well in advance. The answers, you know. they're squishy.
26.7. Melee. Ranged. Okay. Time to wake up. Be aware of thunder.
No, it's north.
Left.
Right.
Very good. Bots will be back shortly.
Should give me more as well. That's fine.
Align your north and taunt.
Looking at yellow.
Nuking C. Doesn't count.
Oh shit. I think I fucked you, Val.
Yes.
That was me. I was a square standing on a triangle spot.
Was that the only problem, or did other people scuff
There's
things?
other-
So we need to track all of them so they don't just get shrugged off. The Doom puddles were dropped fine, I think. Yes, those were fine. Bosses were perpendicular to each other, so 2 or B looking was fine.
From my chain, it looked like your
Sly,
angle was a little off, Sly.
Sly and Cal both ended up on D. It seems like a bad thing.
Technically, I would have killed 3 people because I would have killed Val and my partner.
I was muted. So I had an X. Is there a priority system for which X goes? It's clockwise X goes south, right?
Priority was clockwise, but now that there's been that request to loosen our positions, there's nothing really, because anyone could be anywhere. Clockwise is a nice thing to hold on to. Otherwise, if you see an opportunity to volunteer to go across, I don't really have an answer for you.
If you're standing right next to somebody, go clockwise. Right next to your ex buddy, go clockwise.
As it was,
Otherwise,
the ex-buddies were next to each other, and it kind of looked like one of them went south.
Yeah, Adrian and I did the hallway dance. We both moved, and then we both moved back, and then I just didn't get to my north spot in time.
Yeah, so
Oh, I guess he didn't move back as much. It looked
Yeah, I
like
just moved.
just moving in.
And I was clockwise when the markers went out, so.
yeah, so he went south. He followed the rule.
You're moving in to be in the center. I thought was you starting to move back across because you saw me moving across.
No. No, it's just orienting myself to the marker while maintaining my facing.
Not bad.
All right. So let's do it again. Those who have a grasp of their orientation, I do still recommend the fixed spots in the octagon that we had. It'll help simplify weirdness. Anyway.
Mechanic would be so much easier if it was Xbox buttons.
Clearly.
Truly.
If it helps, Sly, you can taunt at the end of this phase as well.
I don't have my stance
Purple.
until we go here.
Fair enough.
You're right though. I definitely could get into
Right.
Left.
Clock. DPS.
North, south, it will be tight on south. Okay.
Knockback.
Honestly, didn't even look that tight on south. I could handle that shit.
I'm simply gaming. Be gentle.
Four.
One.
3.
Early.
In, out. In. Out.
Careful, Aiden.
Oh shit. I'm supposed to soak Ari's tower northeast.
Oh, he's in Narnia. I can't res him.
Yeah, my tower didn't get soaked anyway.
What was the deal there?
I just didn't move back in for when the second Justinians came down. Just a stupid mistake.
Okay.
Yellow.
Center.
Could you go south for me, Val?
Right.
Yes.
Thank you. Excuse me, clock. Clock. Report.
North, south, mid.
Knock back.
4.
Bravo.
1.
3.
Out, in. Out. In. Stay.
You stay back.
In, out. In. Out. Lance. Towers.
I've had.
He is the Giga Dead.
Something like that. I don't want to
We
see how
talking-
fast we can kill him.
We talking Terra dead or Exa dead?
I want to make sure everybody has all their myth that they want and need.
We'll find out.
They crave.
Ether flow is only like 3 GCs.
Pop.
I might need a DCP here. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
Alright, tank's ready. Melee's ready. And Bonk's ready.
I have blue.
I should have made up for a few seconds. 26.7. Melee. Range.
Right lightning.
No, it's north.
Left lightning.
Shit, I addled. Need to stop doing that. Bots are up.
Line to north, Anton.
Oh shit. Oh! Go, go, go. Shoot.
We're looking at 3. Looking at 3.
I will go south.
Nuking 2, get away from 2. Okay, Phoenix on D. Okay.
I'm on A.
Away from true north.
Do not have mid.
Yeah, I got this.
Got it.
Thank you. Step on me, daddy.
Yep, I'm in LD.
I know. I'll say it later.
Be gentle.
Yeah.
And stop.
You can stop now.
Okay.
Alright.
All
Are we
right.
doing no DPS this phase?
No DPS, but tanks, please hit it and hold aggro.
Yard.
Just gonna RP walk everywhere.
Just gonna stand
Get
there.
to your little subgroups for Worm's Breath, Val, with me.
Got it.
Keep the tanks alive, of course. We swap.
Yes.
Yes. So in the middle.
No. Yeah. That's the problem with that.
No tether.
Well,
No tether.
no tether.
Any mid you have, all of it. No. I mean, if you had taken the hits separately instead of getting cleaved by each other, you might have been able to
Nine.
take
I
much
took a
damage.
million damage from a single hit. It was not.
Oh,
That was,
so
Raise
was
Helger
Raise
was
Helger and
powered.
was enraged?
Yeah.
Price was
Yeah.
enraged.
Yeah, because we had a Protean in the middle. I don't like this middle thing. I prefer people pre-positioning, but just do it again.
I don't like the fact you can't see which tether you have.
You have to
Alright.
do it by direction.
Yeah, do it directionally.
You cannot do it by color.
So what do we think about the DPS balancing thing? Because there was no tether that time.
We didn't get any data from it. All we know is that there was no tether. We don't know if the nature of the hits changed. So nothing changes.
Okay.
There's no meaning in hitting the bosses this far away from Enrage anyway. So we just keep doing what we're doing.
Have you
Sounds
gotten that
good.
separation debuff before, Adrian?
I got
Separation is,
cleaved by the Mortal Vow.
separation is getting cleaved by Mortal Vow, cuts your HP by 50% for a long
Got it.
time.
Yeah,
Basically-
have that extra HP.
Basically, don't do that. Anyway,
I could have taken a
Do
million
we
damage
want
if I
to
had the
move
HP.
where we do the tank stack then?
no, the tank stack in the middle should be in the middle.
It
What are you
was
talking
in the
about? Yeah,
You
there's
mean-
nothing wrong with that.
You spread after that for Mortal
Yeah.
Vow.
Yeah, Mortal Vow hits after.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, no, the Mortal Vow wasn't the issue there. I had not even been thinking about the Mortal Vow because almost everyone was dead.
Oh, what were you saying about you didn't like something in the middle?
I
Was
do
it
not-
the Mortal Vow specifically?
No, I don't like. I don't like how we're handling the protein spread and float. It clearly didn't work that time. Maybe if we do it again, we'll be less shaky.
Okay.
I think ultimately
We may
this
actually
is what we
need
want.
we may actually need a call out if people are all over the place or not. This is ultimately what we want, whether we stack in our positions or in the middle, but we need to get better at it, evidently. I don't have anything else to say, so let's just go again.
If the
I think we
floaters
should
can,
like practice it or something. I don't think it's worth going 11 minutes into the fight to practice it there.
There's,
if I may
there's nothing to
make a-
practice, it's just a swap, but that at best, the best way to make it simple is just to call out who is swapping. Like
yeah, but
if
yeah.
you see a double tether on yourself, that's easy. It's harder to look across the arena and process all the other tethers.
I agree.
But
yeah,
if
so
I
just-
hear me and Cal shouting, then I know exactly where to go.
Yeah, if we could just call the name of your role and say bad, if that's bad, right? Just be like, healer bad, we'll have a melee bad, and then it'll be
Just
obvious.
do ranged swap. Cross, I have no idea what that was.
I just said I'm going south.
What does that mean?
Well, I
You're
had
the
co-
anchor of the ranged group.
No. It's PlayStation 2.
Oh, PlayStation?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's its own thing.
Let's make sure
I
it
guess-
didn't clutter comms.
I guess nobody was concerned about it, so it's fine.
Alright, cool.
No, we just
I
do
like
it
it
again.
if I know to listen for it.
Right.
We do it again, and we actively call range swap, melee swap, healer swap, or listen to our beautiful voices.
Mm-hmm.
I
Right?
don't think we need the comms. It's just that
Empirically,
people
we
need-
do.
No, it's just that people need to be able to see everyone else's tethers. Actually.
Yes, that is something that comes with practice. But in the meantime, that's what calls are for. Before we have practice.
Mhm.
So, let's go.
Red.
I don't know.
Right. Counter. Support.
North south clockwise.
Knockback.
4.
B.
1.
3.
Charlie.
Out, in. Out. In. Okay. Out, in. Out. In. Hey. Glance. Hours.
Did that tether go right to you?
Yes. I ain't about to look a gift tether in the mouth.
Well, that was nice. I got mine too.
Imagine having to do mechanics. I like it when they do them for me.
Pop.
Thanks, ready. Melee's ready. Bonk's ready.
This ends here.
That's a good wake-up call, thank you.
Hopefully this continues here for several more phases.
Melee.
No, it's
Right.
north.
I'll get right lightning.
Oh, sorry, lightning.
Keep battling that. I guess that was important. Mal almost died.
Align to your north and front.
You.
Looking at D.
Nuking one. I'll get Echo up after this.
He's up.
Oh, you okay? Then I will kill a sea meteor. Like that. Okay, get away from A.
Can you top echo, please?
Under Quagga.
LT is out. One more.
Okay. Let him go. Alright. For the tethers, just call range swap, melee swap, healer swap. You don't have to find the other person until both people call.
Confirming no DPS again, just let the tanks do
No,
their thing.
no DPS again, just let the tanks and healers deal with it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
Spread.
Bread.
Bread.
Val.
Okay.
Bread for Mortal Val.
Okay. To your stacks, letters and numbers. Heal, knit. Easy. Okay.
Survived.
Upper dive. And wings.
Okay, it's 4.
4.
Letters inside, numbers outside. Fine. Raising Adrim.
I
Someone's
need to,
getting
somebody
auto.
needs to stand on me, stand on me, stand on me, stand on me.
Missing Cal.
Both rage. We're good now.
Both raged. Ah, yes.
But we got data because neither plume hit Mal.
There's orbs
Interesting.
again.
Stay alive if you can. Fucking Midgar Swarmer.
And Akmor.
From where you are, Adrian, move center as soon as that explodes.
Yep. Oh, Akmorn got me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hell of a drug.
Akmorn during orbs.
Graceful Gar was
There's
diving
another
there.
explosion that happens on someone that's a fire pillar before. Sorry, as soon as first horse spawns. It's a high jump.
Oh boy. So yeah, Hollow Plume both hit me and Cal and Val. I don't know if Echo, did you make it to our stack or?
I don't think we had a clean stack on the
no,
letter side.
Yeah, when you
We
said
did
4,
not.
I did not know what that meant. Does that just mean that quadrant was safe?
That's the quadrant. That's not where.
4
you're
is the quadrant that is safe, but as a quadrant, we have to spread within it. My bias has been there's the letters group, which stands on seaside, wherever that is, and the numbers
Seaside.
group, and the numbers group, which stand on 3 side, right? Because they're numbers. Same thing with the Akafa stack. So if I share my screen or you share your screen, just even in this freeze frame of my screen, just imagine they're cutting off every quadrant except the 4 quadrant, right?
Yeah.
So the dead center and then a little bit toward 4 is also safe. Similarly, from 4 to the halfway point near A, that's also safe. The way I picture the spread is simply the people in the letters group with Sly, the Dorito, Team Dorito, they are on the C side of that safe box.
So closer, I see.
Closer
east
to A,
in this clip.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
East.
And
East
we're
side.
further east inside
Yeah.
the quadrant.
Basically true east.
Yes,
The
true
there will
east.
always be a quadrant, and there will always be a true east and a true west in that quadrant. And that's it.
Okay.
It looks like it's never any other weird shape. It's always a quadrant.
So letters favor seaside,
Yes.
true east, and
Oh.
And a healer.
That's
okay.
what the prepare event scene. The plumes hit
Yeah.
me and Cal as the first prepare target.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can't have actual light parties. It's a gotcha based on the previous light party stack. Right?
Got it.
So
Which would mean
Yeah.
melee and range stacks would make the most logical sense.
I mean, we could do melee and ranged, or we could just swap tank and healer. It depends on how strongly you guys remember P3. I mean, Phoenix.
Well, yeah.
Was there any indication as to who was getting targeted there?
Like,
The logs.
like I said.
The logs say it was Adrian and Cal.
All right, let's
Sly
do a
was
ready
not
check.
targeted. Mal had full health. Like, it's not even a logs thing. Mal and Sly were completely untouched.
Right, it was 100% 2 of the 3 between me, Cal, and Val, and it prepared against me and Cal first. So I think tank and healer seems logical.
Yeah, like
Do a ready check, make sure that information got to everybody.
also
Val
did AFK
disconnected
kick.
I think he meant to exit a stream. He left the voice when you guys said that.
No,
He wasn't not
So-
listening. He
How
was.
is
Okay,
it's sorry.
so-
It's like the third time we said it. That's all.
It's okay. No. What happened is I saw you guys lighting up. I saw the screen pause, saw you guys lighting up, and I'm like, why can't I hear anything? So I tried to undeafen, and
And you just slipped.
Okay, so we
And-
just want to switch a tank and a healer, then.
I mean,
No, I
that
didn't-
seems like the simplest thing, unless people really have Phoenix buried in their brains. Like, it depends on you guys. Like, I'm not. Either way, I'm staying where I am because I'm ranged.
Fucking
Alright.
Grace Velger cauterized during those orbs and Aqualung there too.
Yeah,
Fucking
this
awesome.
goes in half room.
Do we want to talk about Wrath Flames now? And we
Might
can
as
deal
well.
with that stack later.
We
So-
might as well, because executing.
Yeah,
With back
executing
and
that
hard.
stack is kind of meaningless.
Yeah.
So
Where did you want the stacks to go? 'Cause-
Yes, thank you.
I want them on the true east and true west sides of the safe quadrant.
But you were
Yeah,
like very
completely.
south. Do you want us as close to the middle as possible and east?
It doesn't matter. You can actually fully spread them if one group is on the wall and the other group is on the other edge. You don't have to go diagonal to spread them.
Okay.
In fact.
So that means east group we are going to the east side, but anywhere
Yes.
on the east side, or do you want us to be on the southeast part?
I
Or
mean,
does it not matter at all?
I mean, my brain dead default is just be in the middle on the east side.
I
Try
was
not,
gonna-
don't flirt with the corner. You might get clipped.
I was gonna say kind of float away from the center because the orbs are dropping right after that.
like in line with the A marker? If you were to draw an east-west line through that?
There's a decent amount of time. I would just position whatever's safe within the quadrant. If you draw an east-west line through the middle of it, then you can imagine one group standing a little inside A, right? And
Yeah.
another group standing on the wall, for instance.
Uh-huh.
And similarly for every other quadrant, you just slide that pattern over everywhere,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
So we're all the same place relative to each other. Sometimes we'll be on the wall, sometimes we won't be, right? It's just east and west.
Yeah. If another thing I saw, if D quadrant, like where we're standing, TK was the safe quadrant.
Yes.
Where you and I are standing right now was I was thinking where we were going to stand because we have to get out of this quadrant as quick as possible as well, since that's where the second set of orbs pop.
The orbs aren't here yet. Like, there's the whole mortal vow swap. There's like 10 seconds before anything happens.
There is like 10 seconds.
Okay, we got that long.
Who do
Also, I don't think
we-
the orbs landing does damage. It's when they pop.
They don't.
Right?
It's only when they pop.
So even if the orbs were there,
Well,
don't do damage.
they pop if you touch them, because I touched one and it popped me for 1 billion damage.
So that's the next mechanic, but it looks like Adrian still has something to say about Hollowed Plume. I thought it was just a 4-person light party stack. You think
I
it
thought
hits
so too,
hard?
but looking at the damage, the first plume that hit us hit Cal for 160 and Val for 190. That's way too much for 3 people in a stack. If a 4th person does not mitigate that.
You're talking about Wrath Flame, yes?
No, we are
Hollowed
not
Plume.
talking about Wrath Flame.
I'm
There were-
doubting. I'm having doubts about the light party stack. We can test it again with them separated and see how it goes.
Wait, sorry.
I
You're
just-
saying
I-
160k is not mitigable?
Not 100. It's 160 after the 3-way split. So a 4-way split would mean that everyone would be getting hit for what 120k before mitigation. That means you'd have to mitigate like 50% off of hollowed plumes, which seems like a lot.
Does anyone have other polls where race is not enraged and people get hit by plume, please?
I don't think we ever had that situation.
have
We
all
should
the
have.
polls
At
of
least
it.
one. At least one other.
I don't have a record of it.
Is this good usage of our time at this exact moment for me to go through them? I have all our polls VODs, but
Probably not, because we don't have them
But-
at our fingertips like that.
Yeah, but we still have to resolve that problem because
Oh, yeah, we have to resolve it.
Well,
So what are we
okay,
gonna
so
try-
Discuss
not
raw
gonna-
flames while we dig, maybe.
I don't know,
So-
Wrath Flames is also
one of the
Finally.
stacks lived. One of the stacks lived with 5 people in it. The other one just
They didn't get hit by
They
anything.
did. We didn't get
not
hit.
good.
The 2 stacks were on top of each other.
oh,
Yes.
So we're gonna have to be like a TIE
That's
fighter
probably-
stack.
that's probably why.
The only thing I can think of is Tank's share. Does it give a vuln?
no.
Tank's
Not that I
share
know.
then. It's a 5-person stack. Tanks get hit twice.
Okay.
5-person stack. Tanks get hit twice.
3 over.
How does that work?
160.
So is that 2 healers standing on top of each other with one other person?
Yeah, I would
Um,
estimate the damage at 500,000 if it's a split.
Oh, I guess that doesn't work because it targets a tank and a healer. You can't have.
You gotta do a TIE fighter stack to make this work.
You mean by a TIE fighter stack?
You gotta have the four
Oh.
DPS gotta be standing in a line in the center between the 2 light party groups of tanks and healers.
Doesn't it give a vuln
What
if you get
makes
hit by
us-
both of them though?
What makes us,
Oh.
yeah, otherwise all
There
eight
is
of us
no
could
vuln.
stack, but
There's no
Adrian
vuln.
specifically said there is
There's no
vuln.
vuln.
then why don't we just stack 8?
Did I say there's no foam? Hold on. I didn't check that.
I said there's no vuln.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You should have taken 2 instances of damage there. Were
We
they the
did
same
take 2
damage?
instances of damage.
And if they were the same damage, then that's fine.
They were about the same.
Okay.
Then, should we do a full party stack?
I don't think
I feel the whole point of trying to find a geometry where the tanks get hit twice is to lessen the relative load on everyone else, right? I don't have a good visualization for that though. We'd have to put tanks and healers.
we can't.
Ye-
Yeah, we can't.
If a tank is going to be targeted, you can't have both tanks get Venn diagrammed.
To guarantee that both tanks get hit
Unless-
twice would also guarantee that both healers get hit twice.
Yeah. So here, let me show you.
Oh wait, no. Maybe this can work. It's some cursed Venn diagram shit.
If it's like 450k per, and it actually stacks.
Move around so you don't get AFK kicked.
We split that 8 ways. I think we can actually survive.
Well, that's 9. You now need to think 900k.
160 times 3 is
Divided by
480
8.
times 2 divided by 8 is still 120. Right? That was the problem to begin with. Right?
480 by 8 is oh, I see.
480 by 8 is
But
a
it's-
number.
It's 450 per stack. So let me go to my calculator.
Yeah,
450.
it's too much damage, just a bit, but
Yeah.
it's too
You
much.
talking about for a full party stack?
For a full party, yeah, we would
Yeah.
each be taking like 120.
So the easy way to do it, like I was saying, is you just line all the DPS up here, just so I can show you. Just have
Yeah, okay. DPS line up so he can visualize this
All
vertical
red.
line.
all
Get
red
over
just stand here.
Stand with Mal. Stand with me. Echo.
Line would be like
So-
Line. Yes. Okay.
Have-
now
Cal,
what?
Cal go to Adrian.
Cal goes to Adrim.
So if it hits me or Sly, it's gonna hit us two plus the 4, or if it hits Cal and Adrian, it's gonna hit those two plus the 4.
Problem is, if it hits Sly and you, Mal, you get hit twice.
What if it's both tanks? Like if Cal and I swap like this?
Or yeah. Sorry, tanks and healers. I meant like that.
Okay. So then, tanks,
DPS get
healers,
hit twice.
healers each get hit once. Tanks also get hit once, and melee get hit twice, and DPS get hit twice.
This is worse than
Yeah.
doing
That's
full
that's
party.
the
that's
opposite
worse.
of what we want.
What if
Um,
it's tanks in between the healers and the DPS? Oh no, then the DPS don't get hit by the.
That makes
Someone's-
150k.
Someone's gonna get hit twice.
Basically,
150k total.
if you overlap it to make a tank take damage twice, then you're guaranteed that the healer who is also targeted could get hit twice.
Yeah,
Right.
unless there's some weird aggro shit where it's like,
Unless it's specific to Race Felger. Adrian, you didn't have aggro on Race Felger.
Nope.
Right?
I had hit race.
Yeah.
but
I
there's
don't
no
know.
telling how it would choose a healer though.
Well, if we knew what tank it would choose, that would solve it.
Yeah.
Right.
Would it?
But we don't. Yeah, we could. We could do some.
Supposing we knew it was Sly.
Well, we wouldn't necessarily solve it, but we could at least have one tank get double hit, right?
Yes.
Why did? Oh yeah, Race fell into a rage because he was the one who hit and killed. Yeah.
Is it just the dragon that's not doing cauterize that casts it?
What do you mean by cauterize? This is not Wrath Flames. This AOE is from Race Felger.
Both of them?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
They animate from him.
and this happened the time. Wait, we've always had Race, Filger, and Nidhogg
Right,
doing this orientation, right?
Yeah. Nidhogg always dives. Race always does a half wing and
Oh, yeah,
the
you're
balls. Right.
Can the two tanks take one by themselves and us 5 or 6 stack together?
We can't specify the targeting.
Well,
Or rather, we don't know how to specify it, but
Oh.
there is one.
Well, no, but
Well,
the
There's
idea,
one tank.
what Mal is saying is, if we have a 6-person stack with the party,
In a
Then-
tank?
75k,
and the party will guarantee only get one hit, split 6 ways,
and that's 75k per person.
and then that's manageable, right? That's the classic, you must admit this to live, but it's not horrifying situation.
Wait, is
One
how much is that for
160
us?
times 3 times 0.8
Actually, no, it wouldn't be 250
divided by
because of our
2.
natural
You would
armor.
take 190 each, roughly.
Can we?
Mm.
Is it magic damage?
Yeah, for sure.
You can mitigate it, but I mean, yeah, your cooldowns are going to be rough. And then these Akmorns coming, these are what? More busters or team stacks? I guess we don't know.
We don't know.
Akmorn's got to be a full raid stack, right?
I
not
calculate-
necessarily.
It's a Nidhogg cast, so most likely it is a team stack given
Yeah,
how we're
most
extreme. We
most
don't know,
likely.
but most
In
likely.
terms of what happened in Roth, now that we have a notion for, Echo, you lived through that first burst without taking any damage. Where were you?
He
Got a
was-
debuff
I
though.
was-
Oh, you were
He
over
was
there.
north.
Yeah, I see you. Okay, so
Oh,
the initial flare-like blast
Spreading
of
flames.
Roth didn't seem to be like a raid-wide AoE. I was worried about that. They seem to be like just 2 Phoenix orb hits.
It's 2 lasers on 2 people. I don't know what they do. The people who didn't get lasered, all of them got a different debuff. You can see it on Echo.
Yeah, there's something called Entangled Flames.
Yep. Entangled Flames is the laser, I believe.
And then there's the Spreading Flame debuff that they got. Powerless against Nidhogg's Desire for Vengeance.
Spreading Flame, I think, hits on everyone who didn't get lasered, I assume.
Yeah, Echo.
Lasered are also getting that debuff though at this very moment, right? Edda and Ari both were starting to get that, but then they just died.
Yeah, everyone around the A marker died, right? And
I don't think Edda ever got it.
my floating text is telling me that someone got Spreading Flame here.
Yeah, but it wasn't you, as far as I know.
No,
I see 2 instances.
It was in fact me. If I freeze frame this just right.
I see 2 instances for 2 people. Ari
There.
as well.
Where?
If you look at my VOD, I was targeted specifically.
It's the debuff on your body, actually.
Yeah.
I know.
So
No, that's my body, not yours.
on my live feed right now, if you look at my debuff bar above your corpse's HP bar, there is a debuff.
The
That's
23
Karen's
seconds.
debuff.
The 23-second debuff, yes. That is Spreading Flame. I was targeted by the thing. It could be everybody got it.
Just say, it looks like Ari, Echo, Adrum, and you had it, right?
Yeah.
Is that the same icon? I can't quite tell.
It's the same. Spreading
Yeah.
Flame. Yeah,
Spreading-
Echo,
Or
and
instances
I
of
have the
Spreading
same.
Flames.
Yeah, everyone who was alive got it. Yeah, I already counted the 20% tank mastery.
Oh, it's
Okay.
it's a simple pattern. How much damage would a 5-stack take it, TK?
5-stack?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the blue ball now again?
Yeah, back to the
A
blue
5-stack would take more than 70k, like 80 or 90 or
80,
something.
90, yeah.
But why not just do a 6-stack? Or you think
It'd be 90k.
if we send someone else to help out the tanks, they'll just die?
I was gonna say, do this. This might be all the DPS is stacked right here in one spot.
Fine.
Now the tanks and healers just make a cross.
Cross.
Yeah, like this. Adrian in the back.
You're still guaranteeing that the DPSs will all get hit twice and we will perish.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Like it's the opposite kind of Venn diagram. That you
Yeah,
want.
that's the opposite.
I think this is just meant to be severe damage on everyone, and tanks are not squishy, so they have a double hit basically.
Yeah, that's the
There's only
way.
2 of them instead of, well, they triple hit, I guess.
For the Akafa, we had Reprisal, Soil, Missionary, Wings, and another one of Cal's cooldowns, which I don't know what it is. It lasts for 20 seconds though.
Well,
Illumination.
Akafa was heavily overmitted, as you can see.
So,
from
Yeah.
the
Right.
numbers.
So I was gonna say we can peel I mean, probably only
We-
need like only Wings or only Soil or something. So
How
then
much-
We can mid
well,
shit out
so-
of that.
Let me go back through my VOD.
Tell me
Let
what
see
our
I have
final
there.
damage number is. Or at least let me see it.
Or else
On my VOD,
oh, you guys.
I'm getting.
Drop.
I have a barrier. There.
did you recast Sucker right after? You did.
Possibly, but I know what the damage is.
Anyway, people went down about half health.
Yeah. So drop wings, drop missionary. That's all.
And I'm gonna see
Wings
when
is being
I
used
sound the
for
timing.
Proteans, right, Mal?
You should not be using it for Protean. Some
No, well, not technically. I just popped it, but it's
Okay.
not designated. I was actually thinking about popping it right before Akafa hit, so it would hit Akafa and the blue orb.
I would avoid trying to grade anything for the sake of not missing a mitt for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Akafa hits at 6130, and Hollowed Wings hits at 6115.
so 15
At,
seconds?
15.
15 seconds apart.
Oh yeah, I can use it. It's a 20-second buff.
Yeah.
22-second. Yeah, I can mitt both of those with wings.
Right.
And drop missionary.
Yep.
Shift it to this one. Do we
Yeah.
have where's Samba?
I can use Samba right there. I just checked my VOD. It's up.
So we
So
can
you
use.
did not use it for Akafaz, is that correct?
No, it's not up for Akafaz.
Yeah.
Use it on the race.
That
Clusters.
timing is
Yeah.
like
Yes,
within
we'll do.
a second and a half or something, isn't it, with Samba? That's what I'm seeing.
What?
How long?
How? When did it come off cooldown?
Yeah, when did it come
exactly?
back
It
up?
came off cooldown right as we were positioning into that quadrant.
Well,
When do you use it beforehand?
Beforehand, I used it on the second quagga.
if you can pre-pop it on the second quagga, that's probably safer. And then you'll definitely have it for this.
How long is
We have heart as
how
well.
long is Samba?
Samba's 15.
15
You can
seconds.
put out Samba as soon as he lands.
As soon as
As
Whom
soon as the
lands?
meteors are dead, hits Samba.
Yep.
Of course, people need to come in, but in any case, as soon as you can after meteors, basically.
Okay, I can do that.
You can't do it during meteors because we're spread and meteors are 15 seconds long.
Yeah.
So
Meteors
what
are
is all this
very
chat in chat? Camo, Corundum, Rampart, Debula.
That's just for Sly. The part below that is good for everyone. The Akafa and the Hollow Blooms are 14 seconds apart, so 20-second
yeah.
hits can catch both.
Yeah,
Quite
20-second mid
comfortably.
can catch both Rampart or something. So the question is tanks, do you think you can live 190 damage raw after midding the buster from the breath?
The
earlier?
Breath Buster's not that bad. The Breath Buster for me, like honestly, Corundum would live it on its own. I'm just throwing camo
Well,
on there for safety.
Even
the
when
answer
it's a
is what
staggering?
size.
Okay, yeah.
And the answer is what Sly situation?
I think I dark mine TBN, and assuming I'm top, I should live
Okay. And you guys
Dark.
are fine
About-
clusters then.
with about 20k.
When I said 190, I meant 190 on each of you.
Yep.
So that leaves me with
Rampart TBN.
pretty much everything actually.
You're 30.
Here's a question: where are you using Reprisal right now?
I used that pull on the Akafaz. I tried to hit both of them, and I don't think I hit Nidhogg, but I don't have to use it there. Wait, no, you used it there.
I used Reprisal there as well.
I used it.
Cool.
Oh, I used it right before the Rhodians went out. Yeah.
I don't think you
I
can
won't
use it
use it
on
there.
race for the blue bomb anyway. He's not targetable.
Is he not?
Actually,
Did
He's still on the arena, but I don't think. Oh, you're right. He is
he is.
targetable.
Okay.
He is, but
Wow,
it's
that's
very
cancer.
Weird. It's very weird. So
But we can't reach him from that quadrant. There's no melee uptime here. Is there?
we can? He's
Race is on a half arena. He's not the one diving. So, like,
Oh,
what you can
God.
do is as soon as they disappear, drop the reprisal, run to your quadrant, and like, hope that's enough time.
I
Remember,
mean,
I
since
do
he's
TK.
actually there targetable, do we actually want to do melee range stacks? And
well,
just-
that won't work with
It's-
tanks.
It's
bidding by
dependent on
themselves.
whether the melee have.
Oh,
a
yeah,
feel
you're-
for
you're
that
right.
Corner in the
Tanks are
center of the arena.
tanks are separate.
Oh,
Melee, if they can position well in the center.
I'd say for now, don't try it for now because I don't want to get accidentally.
Fine.
targeted.
So we just stick with the east-west for now, but
Mm.
keep it in mind.
Who's
As
winning?
far as
Tanks are
east-west,
east or tanks are west?
Why don't we just
yeah.
do tanks against the wall so that way that both melee DPS can hit whichever dragon they need to?
They might not be able to, but that's besides the point.
I
Well,
mean, the
let's
AoEs
just-
are half of the room each
Since-
way. Red and blue
Yeah,
markers
yeah.
work for positioning.
yeah, red and blue should work if you can eyeball it. I would say, yeah, tanks on the wall, party in. And
Agree.
just go
That's
from there.
logical.
There's
Also,
no
Nidhogg
meaning.
is targetable during that as well, but I mean,
He's flying around. You want to go tug him?
no, I'm just pointing it out for the record.
Yeah, okay. Anyway,
Are we using missionary on plumes then?
missionary on
One of
plumes.
them,
Yes,
yeah.
we're taking missionary off Akafa
Okay.
and we're putting it on plumes.
Where's Heart?
We have heart there.
Heart was on Akafa as well.
Keep it on Akafa for
Okay.
now.
Okay.
I'd be curious to see if this thing's coded like Twintania's stack, and you could actually stack a pet in there to split the damage.
Were we putting reprisals on Plume?
Pets aren't targetable anymore.
Or
If
a
Yeah,
reprisal?
you can't.
die to the imminent.
Will we
aftermath,
will we die from cones if we pull reprisal off of that? Because the current plan was to have Sly reprisal cones and then me reprisal
Cones are
Aquafop.
being deployed. No way we're dying anywhere near close.
Cones have deployed. Let me look at the damage. We all went down about half health, so you don't need reprisal there.
Okay. So
If you
Sly,
want
you get
to,
Plume?
if you want to reprisal your staggering breath, that's its own thing, right? It happens at the same time.
Not worth it. It doesn't hit hard enough.
Fine.
So
Yeah, since he's targetable, you can reprisal him, but then you'd have to run off to the wall.
Adrian, you're gonna do the Akafa.
Or we can do it the other way around if you'd rather. I'm comfortable reprisaling Krace and then running to the wall. If
Okay,
you want to do Akafa, I can do.
I'm already on
Plumes.
race though, so I think it makes sense for me to do it. I mean,
Fair
we're
enough.
in the middle, I guess. It doesn't really matter, I guess. So, how about you just do what you're doing and I'll swap to doing reprisal on the plumes, the hollow.
Okay.
wings.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Sounds like we have a sketch of a plan. Let's get one more pull in before break.
Go.
I might
Phase 7.
I might have missed it. What side's the 6 stack gonna be on?
It's going to be on the inside.
Oh.
Wherever the inside is, it's going to be on the inside. So party just stay mid and do a small adjustment. Tanks, sneak a reprisal and fuck off.
Yep.
Alright, wait.
GQ
Lambert,
reprisal.
okay. Do you mean the inside corner or like the true east side of the rectangle?
I mean true middle of the arena.
So we're in the inside corner, right between the two half rooms, right?
Right where the splits happen, yes. So, like,
Around where Thornton is standing, whichever corner is safe.
if 2 is safe, we're standing where the carbuncle is, basically. It's a big cone. It's a big cleave, so don't worry about super tight spread. And then tanks can be either in the corner or they can be on the wall. It doesn't really matter, right? They just need to fuck off.
We're
And
gonna
touch
know
they just have
DPS.
to touch a fence. That's all.
We're gonna know DPS P6 for a while, I think.
Sure. We'll figure out the DPS optimization for it
Okay.
after.
Until we actually hit a check where we have to start pressing buttons, I think the mechanics in this part are a bit too complex, I guess, in terms of...
It's
what
just
might
the
be right.
cost of scuffing them is too high. But we need to pull. We actually need to
Press
pull.
it, check your food while the countdown's going.
As far as Wrath Flames go, I don't have a strat, so kind of just spread YOLO and live.
For now, yeah.
We do need to remember to spread Nidhogg's little curse thing after Hollow Bloom. That's gonna be
well-
easy to forget about. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Mortal Vow, just go to A
Okay.
and swap it there.
Red.
Red. Thank you.
Skip one night and you're slipping.
No kidding.
Center.
Left.
Right.
That's something.
That's expedient.
Mm.
We had the slow run.
Yeah, that was the worst experience of my life. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
What?
They-
I made it to
de-
a player spot into the wall even. What do you mean?
It's doable, it's just it feels so slow after having expedient
Yeah.
every time before.
We've basically been spoiled.
Yeah.
Anyway. Who's the... well, actually, after this.
Counter. DPS.
North, south, clockwise.
Knockback.
Who's the Mortal Val guinea pig?
If I don't get it, it'll be me.
A DPS gets targeted.
Yep. And the DPS needs to grab it.
Sounds like Val is volunteering to grab it.
And
If I
he
don't
has
get it.
If he
then
has
it's guinea
it,
pig.
I can grab it because I'm ranged.
Alright.
Melee DPS, love to hear. Let the fizz range do it.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm gonna be calling out guinea pigs to A, so.
Alright. Bravo.
4.
1.
3.
C.
In, out. In. Out.
Three, stay back.
Out. In. Out. In. Bait. Lance. Towers.
On Val.
I'm on the opposite side. Val, I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to say don't do that, please.
I didn't realize it was tethered to mine, and mine just started facing me.
That's what our job is.
Face your camera so that it's looking directly at your clone, and so that it's almost parallel with the arena. Makes it much easier to spawn it if you do.
Looking kind of spicy here. What's in?
Yeah, burn it. Wait, the damage down.
Mm.
Oh,
Thanks, ready. Melee's ready. Bonk's ready.
I have blue. Just burned 100,000 off that eyeball real fast, though.
I hit it with 2 Rygons that looked a little spooky to me.
The old beat bop.
Echo went all out just this once, 26.7.
What you have now seen is the tiniest fraction of my true power.
Ooh.
Melee. Ranged.
Or no, south?
Right. Can I have right lightning?
Sure.
Thank you.
Ow.
I remembered not to addle.
Align your north and taunt.
Looking at red.
Nuking 2.
That goes up.
Can't reach. No, quite. I'm just gonna blow things up.
Yeah, just blow things up now. Center up, please, immediately.
Okay.
I am on A.
Raising.
We should live.
Okay.
Mostly.
LD is out. I'm going to TBN with last auto.
Careful.
Up.
What last auto?
Flop,
Pathetic.
everyone, please.
Alright. So. Range swap, melee swap, healer swap for tethers. No damage. Just tanks get aggro. Reposition your little stacks. Okay. Ranged to melee.
Yes.
Ranged to
Oh,
melee.
you stay. All right. Okay.
Grab for Mortal Val.
Okay. Spread.
Tell
spread,
us when it
spread.
lands.
Mortal Vow hits on
Move
me.
to your stack spots.
I don't have Heart of Light.
Excuse me?
I have Samba
Anyway.
in 12.
Okay, party mid. Tanks get ready to reprisal and fuck off. We are going to 4. Sorry, B. Party mid.
Samba out.
Both on party.
Okay.
Both
Both
on party. Okay.
Anyway. Part of lights up.
We're all flames.
Don't die. I don't suppose you have them.
I super don't have anything for that.
Whatever it is you wanted, he did not have.
I don't know what you were about to ask, but whatever it is, the answer is no. I ain't got
Ready to
shit.
hard
Right.
light go? Is it because
We
you
killed-
put on Quagga?
No, yeah, I sent it on second Quagga like I have been. If we don't need it, I can drop it.
Keep it on second Quagga, please.
Okay, yeah, because we killed Thornton quite quickly.
The Aqua's still
So-
overmuted, so like whatever happened there is fine.
If I look at the live log, can we see who got targeted by this shit?
Absolutely. Give me
'Cause,
just a moment.
It seemed like it
this
was
we
gonna
should-
be so clean.
Because we're the instance at this point.
We have technically another poll if we can see this quickly and figure
Yes,
out.
it will not take me long. Give me 60 seconds.
In a different sense, actually no, Mortal Vow is from Nidhogg, so
Yeah, Mortal Vow is Nidhogg's version of Enrage.
my only quirky theory is bring Roxy from Race, but you know.
Wait, why don't we just put Missionary on Akafa and Part of Light on?
Yeah, that's doable.
If you have it that way, then yeah, that works.
Because I have it there, so that way, even if we do kill fast enough.
Prepared on Mal, prepared on Echo.
Also, we
Fuck.
took 140k from each.
140?
Yeah, it doesn't split. It's doing the same amount of damage it usually does.
Okay.
These are like proxy busters or some shit.
Yeah.
So,
You got a VOD?
Yeah, I don't know how it's useful, but
I mean,
yeah.
the VOD's not really gonna tell us much.
Well, we're missing something.
Yeah. I mean, it could just be proxy. Is
I only
the proximity to Well, I mean,
I mean,
in terms of this hitbox, we're
If it's proximity to Hraesvelgr, it doesn't make sense that the safe part of it can be either near or far half of the room from him, because last time we were on the far half of the room and it hit us for the same amount.
Yeah,
We were much
so
further away.
definitely not
last
that
time the hits happened basically on the wall away from Race.
Yeah,
This time it happened
on the edge of his
Um,
hitbox.
on.
Not
Granted, the
aggro,
tanks were
since,
also on the edge of his hitbox, so radially we were similar distance.
Oh, I see
It
what
might-
you're driving
It
at.
might go farthest still,
Yeah, it could.
right? You guys might have just been closer in. Echo, do you have a better perspective? I didn't have the tanks on my screen.
But even if it
I-
goes farthest, the damage
I
isn't
don't
splitting.
Well,
you'd be taking
Oh, Tank Buster? Both
Busters,
tanks taking
yeah.
one?
one of you would have to take like the arena inside corner, and one of you would have to take the wall closest to Race.
yeah. Basically, instead of 2 positions, we have 3 positions. Party has to get safe from both of them, and the tanks get deleted.
That tracks. I'll get
Right.
far wall, like towards Nidhogg, so can you get the wall that is either true north or true south? The red marker wall? Does that
Can you
make sense?
rewind a few frames? I want to
Okay.
see exactly when they got hit. I
I
think I'm
assume-
fairly convinced that the tanks were further.
Wait, don't
Oh.
we know it's
Unfortunately,
not
they were not
distance
in
based
mine.
because
They were
we've
not
had
in.
stacks that were 4-4 and we had a buster hit both stacks? There was the time where I was looking at it where I thought the target lines were indicating it. We were
Oh, you
in
got 'em
2
on?
light party stacks.
So if I may, it's probably not closest. Just
Well,
based on like the
certainly
poll where I and
Yeah, the
Yeah.
poll
Each
before the
one
last one was blatantly not closest.
We can rule out
Okay.
closest. on
but we
some
were,
couple
I
things.
think, definitely the furthest.
I think
But there was a
from
different poll where we had the damage split onto our light parties. When
Well,
we
I don't-
were, one
did
was
we
on
ever
your-
have a poll where anyone actually survived getting hit by that thing?
I have the tanks in view.
No,
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 we don't have a
Um,
surviving poll, but we might have polls where we have different
From-
situations happening.
From my POV, looking at where everyone is standing relative to Hraesvelgr's targeting circle, Mal and Echo do appear to be the furthest. They're certainly further away than me and Sly were.
Yeah, I think you and Sly were in the hitbox. We were on the ring,
Yeah.
and that was the fundamental difference.
Okay.
It was like a matter of feet, though. It was very close.
Yeah.
We need
If-
to go. If
Fundamentally, what we know is that this is not split damage.
Not
Right.
Doesn't seem like, no.
Yeah,
So,
I think Tank Busters try me
So
and slide
it's-
furthest.
it's really just trying to crowd us in that space. Although
like
it's
a-
still not that hard,
Far sight from P4. Just
essentially.
Oh,
we have less room to work with. That's all it is. Just far sight.
So party can still say dead center, and Sly and Adrim can be on different corners. It really doesn't matter which corner you pick, but just pick a corner of the safe spot on the fence.
I'm going to take the
Right.
inside corner, Nidhogg, close to Nidhogg as I can be. I'm being as close to Nidhogg as possible. Sly, can you take a different corner than that?
Okay, so if it's the northeast quadrant, you'll be like in this like north of A and just barely east of that.
If it's,
Northeast as in A to C, B.
if
Yeah.
it's A, B, C,
Then I would be at the middle of the room because Nidhogg is at 3, right?
Yes.
Yes, then
So
I would be at the
you-
middle corner.
Okay, so I'm
kinda,
always
I
going...
kinda want to put the party in the middle. Is that okay?
Well, they
Yeah,
need to
middle
be
would make it easy
closer.
for tanks to be.
If it's
Oh,
B,
oh, yeah, you're
then they
right.
need to be
You're
all the way
right.
over here, close to
Oh,
Race
yeah.
Filker.
You're right. Party
So
needs
the party
to be
will always
true
stand-
east.
Right.
Party's always true east, right? And that works.
Yeah. And if it's near or far, if we have to go far, then the party's in the middle of the room. If we have to go near, they're here at C.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think that works.
We've got a boogie if we want to get a pull in. I know it's not perfect
Okay.
discussion, but we don't have the time.
I think we just take
Sure.
the break. I don't know about pulling.
It is technically break time, so
Okay.
Hey,
we're not going to get a full lockout after the break anyway, so we might as well just break now.
hey,
Fair
Echo,
enough.
can I see the VOD before this one?
Then if we are taking the break, Sly, are we good on our positions? Do you want to clarify anything?
I believe
I-
so. So basically, no matter what quadrant, you are in the northwest corner, I'm in the northeast corner. Or wait, no.
No,
'cause
I
it's
will
the southern
always
ones.
be. I will always be on the blue line through the room. In whichever quadrant is safe, I will be the furthest away on the blue line. So like,
Well,
I'll
actually, you can actually make it static.
Can't you just say true northwest and true southwest?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. You can make it static.
Yeah, because if the party's standing underneath, then
If the party's under race, then there's no chance of getting hit by it. The party can just be true east,
Yeah,
biasing true race Felger, right? They just try to get as close to race as they can.
But
it
like,
can't be true northwest and true southwest because we can be on either half of Race Filker.
it can be one person always is center and the other person is always on the opposite corner, so they're still hitting the hitbox.
wait, why can it
Oh.
not be true north and true northwest and true south?
What I'm saying is, if we have a safe spot that's under half of race's hitbox, you can still put a tank in the center of the arena, which is say southwest or northwest,
Yes.
and a tank farther away outside of melee range. Then the party can be deep inside the hitbox, and
Yeah.
that's still the two farthest people. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, so Adrian, if we anchor you to the middle of the arena, no matter what quadrant is safe, and you just go in that corner, I can just go anywhere along the boss's hitbox away from you. Correct?
Okay.
Middle
I'll
of
still
the
be further.
middle of the arena is still bad because if we get quadrants that are on Nidhogg's side, the party's going to want to be there to be close
Yes,
to
you
Race
cannot
Felger.
use Race Felger's
Oh.
hitbox as the basis for this. I
That's
posted
true.
in Braille an image that indicates the 4 different quadrants this can be located
Yeah,
in.
right.
I'm gonna add some images, some more things to it now.
So you
So-
know, I can draw something for you as well.
I think the first thing is okay. Let's say this is Farsight. Now we then have
So-
to contend with you guys getting absolutely railed.
These
Or
are
the-
always the party spots. The party spots here are non-negotiable.
Okay.
We want
Yeah,
the party to be
sure.
as close as possible.
Yep, that's what I'm
So-
thinking.
What I was saying, and I'll use dark blue for Gunbreaker. Actually, no, I'll use something brighter because I want to make this easy to see.
I mean, it's on a white background. You can use dark blue.
Well, because I was
And-
going to use purple for Dark Knight, and
Oh.
it's close
You can
to
use
Dark Blue.
red for Dark Knight.
Shit.
Yeah.
Here's
not
where I was
farthest.
thinking for my standing,
It's not farthest.
because it's not farthest.
Not farthest.
No, it's not. We're looking at the.
What is this VOD?
Well,
This is a
Echo,
VOD from
damn
last
it.
night.
Post?
Um,
Let me see. What are we looking at?
Oh yeah, that
Ah.
did absolutely cream me and Val. What the fuck is the targeting for this?
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Do you?
I want.
What
Yeah, I
do you
do.
see?
I wanted to see. I wanted to see his buffs. I wanted to see if that was something different.
What?
His head position's in a different spot.
is it actually?
Near Farsight?
Near
looking-
sight, far sight?
He's looking down right now. The one we had today was looking up.
Yeah,
No
Can
way.
we
Are
can we
you
look
for
can we look
real?
at today?
yeah, he's right about that. I don't.
Yo,
Yeah, he's right about that. Actually.
yo. This
Is it-
mechanic is
is it-
actually sick.
Yeah, you see it. Like
Is it
now.
Grace?
I
Graceful
can't.
guards?
Oh yeah, his head's up.
It's heads
His
up.
heads up.
It is,
Okay, well this
Near
changes
sight, far sight. It changes nothing.
changes
Yep.
one thing.
Nothing.
We're gonna have to note, or
Already
somebody's
has
got to note
something.
head down, head up.
Which
We'll
screen
just,
am I
we'll just
looking
call
at?
near sight, far sight.
Okay.
Can I look at
Um,
Echo's
I'm,
VOD right
I'm
now?
looking at echoes.
Can you go back a little bit, Echo?
Oh, it's
All the
not,
commands for the tanks, basically.
You can't see his head, but it's high
It's up,
here.
it's up.
His head
Yeah,
is
yeah.
If he was down, you'd see it. So,
Yeah, yeah.
so you know.
That's
The
for
one-
comparison.
I was gonna say, do you have a VOD that is that?
That's down.
Yeah, that's down. The fact that you can see his
Oh.
head means that it's
Yeah.
down.
It's
There's
during
no other
hollowed
way to
wings.
So down means tanks have to be close.
Yeah.
Yes.
Down is near side, tanks close.
Yes.
Okay, so the
a
strategy
lot
still
of-
works.
A lot of pretty colors you got there.
Yep. So if it's Farsight, the party's dark green. If it's near sight, the party's light green. So they're either on that inner corner closest or the outer corner furthest from race. And then I am always on the corner away from the party that is towards the center. Sly is always on the corner that's away from the party towards the wall.
What color are you?
What color are you?
I am orange, Sly is purple. I will always be west, which is the direction Nidhogg normally spawns in. You will always be east because that's the direction Hrace spawns in. We're in the directions our boss we're tanking is in.
I
The
see.
light green or the?
There's an extra color in here. What is?
Because the party might need to stand near or far. Dark green
Yeah.
indicates if the party needs to be closest. Light green indicates if they need to be furthest.
Yeah.
This way resolves it either way.
Right. And in general, there's no collisions
I see.
because it fills all 4 quadrants. If people in the party go to the wrong quadrant, it doesn't matter because the tanks will never go to the party quadrants. It looks like
What color are you again?
so
Light
they'll
green?
never get cleaved.
Exactly.
Like,
Right.
wait, no, you're orange. I'm dumb.
I am orange.
Break time, by the way.
So yeah, it is. Basically, Adrian is midline
Yeah, and I just have to
and
be
Sly
against.
is far.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
And
mid.
you don't need to worry
and
about
there's wall.
reprisal if that's fucky because it's only going to hit tanks. We just need to admit ourselves.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Adrian, about green? I didn't catch that. Or light green.
Light green indicates it's near sight and the party needs to be further than us. Dark green indicates it's far sight and the party needs to be closer than us.
I can make a more evocative diagram.
Yeah, this
for
was just
people.
MS
Yeah,
Paint.
I understand it, so I can make a more evocative diagram. You can go take break.
Yeah.
I am far wall.
Catch, Mal.
No,
That's
we
good
can't.
shit.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
I don't know how we
good.
missed that big old head hanging down there.
Seems like this entire phase is telegraphs.
I mean, that's Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's like
On a-
more so.
it's kind of cryptic telegraphs at first, right?
It's not. It's not. It's
It
a
is
lot of
boss model telegraphs
Yeah, it's a lot
specifically.
of binary swapping and boss model details, right?
Isn't this like Heaven's Word? This is more Heaven's Word than any other expansion, isn't it?
I'm sure it is, but
I
I
have
got
no
di-
idea.
I got diagrams to make. So.
Heaven's Word people gotta pick up the slack, you know.
Yeah,
I
Heaven's
really
Word
don't know
people.
which is if it's top left quadrant and bottom left quadrant. Sorry, top left quadrant or bottom right quadrant. The orange can be where the dark green is.
Top
It could-
left.
I don't know if
Bottom
you want to deal with that
right.
semantic, but
Yeah, it could, but it wouldn't also not be super necessary.
I prefer something that's symmetric that helps people remember where they're standing.
Yes. That being said,
Um,
like I will probably make a point of moving in a bit there if the party's out and I identify that.
Because
But
remember,
it doesn't need to be in the diagram.
the party is liable to get lost. If a tank starts thinking, oh, maybe I'll get uptime, some party member might be in the wrong spot for near side, far side and get trucked.
Sounds like their problem.
I realize that, but you know.
It's our
Until-
problem if we want to see further, though.
Yes, this is
Because
all.
Spray Stalker will pop off.
This
Yeah.
is everybody helps everybody else to make it as brain dead and simple as possible.
Right.
That is
The
probably-
catch is if it's near sight though, and they're in a position where I hit them moving towards Spray Stalker, they were probably going to get hit anyway.
Yeah, so that was what I was thinking.
It's
was
very
that
unlikely I
anyway.
clip them in a way that they weren't already doomed by their getting lost.
Yeah, so like, you
Sure.
know, it's kind of pointless. You know,
the position that I've been put in here, so
Okay,
I will stick to that.
cool. It's just that the only reason I suggest that mine might be simpler is because yours are more spread out. Because you're running to the wall in one direction or the other.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
he can start running to the wall based on the hollowed
Race's wing
Race's
immediately,
wing
yeah.
immediately.
And then figure it out from there.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, there's time. That's true.
Oh, what am I looking at here, TK?
We're looking at diagrams representing the blue AoE spread. Do they make sense to you?
The spreads do.
The party is represented by whatever is not a tank. These are all 4 different quadrants. Only one of the quadrants are going to be active at any time.
someone needs
Yeah.
to yell at you about using 2 different markers for the party.
Waiting
Yeah.
for that. I was originally using a ranged marker to indicate out, ranged, and then I thought, oh, but if I used a melee marker that's the same color, people are going to get confused. But then I
Oh.
decided I was going to split the slides, so it didn't matter anymore anyway. You know,
Same color would have been fine. Same color would have been better.
Well, this is fine. I
it
mean,
wouldn't have been better when I had everything in one slide.
we have arranged, which I mean we will have arranged in that stack,
will-
and then
And
in the
you
other
are-
stack
you
we will
should
have a healer. I mean,
I will fix it for you.
I assume that diagram isn't complicated.
Yeah. So the
It's not-
tanks are always going to the perpendicular corner, basically, for close over.
I don't know what that means, but
Let's
if that
focus
makes
on where the
sense.
party needs to be. There's no need for
Yeah.
the things.
Tanks
I mean,
are
if
always...
it helps Mal to think of it that way, yeah.
Yeah, the party's either going to be closer or the far corner.
There. Happy people. Party is going to be inner corner toward race, or it's going to be outer corner away from race. Right?
Yep.
It's going to be southeast or northwest within their section. Right? And yes, as Cal said, if some party member's in the wrong spot, they will bait a thing and simply die.
And enrage Trace while you're in the run.
And in the entire run. So, you know, don't do that.
Simply do the mechanic.
Yes, yes.
So it was, so it was head down was closest.
Yeah.
Head down is
Down
near
near
sight.
sight. Head
Head
up
down
for
near.
sight.
Head down, he's looking near. Head up, he's looking far.
it makes sense to me.
That makes sense to me.
That being said,
You-
did we want to discuss the thing after this, or
It's
no?
not my wallet.
We don't.
We don't know what kind of damage.
All
it's
we
gonna-
know is everyone gets the Nidhogg debuff that makes them vulnerable to Nidhogg something or other.
Now we should probably spread right until we can figure out about that damage.
How much
laser.
damage are the space lasers doing on the people?
I got hit
always-
for a bunch, but Nidhogg had enraged beforehand.
Everyone is
It's always been
enraged every
enraged.
time we've been there, so we don't know the damage. Powerless against Nidhogg's desire for vengeance is what Spreading Flames is. It's a 23-second thing, and it's on basically everybody for whatever reason.
Yeah.
There's 2 hits. They animate as a large flare sort of thing, but they only hurt in a small AoE around the person. If the 2 people are on like the 2 and B markers, they're safe from each other, basically. Right? It's just a little bomb. I do not know if there's a range to the debuff application. I do not know if they need to be in opposite corners of the arena. Right? And of course, I do not know who it targets anyway, so we can't control. I would just have everybody spread to the walls, like away from each other, and just see what happens. Is that a good enough start?
Sure.
I think it's the best start we can get.
So check food. Let's pull. Out. For now. Commit the healers.
Every time we get to this phase, Ari dies so fast. It's an impressive speed suicide.
Is he standing on a bomb?
He just goes straight into the wall
He
immediately.
goes straight to the wall.
Deep
Say, if he
wall
stands on a
territory.
bomb, that's cheating. The bomb is cheating.
Markers on the tanks. You could put a marker on Cal after Die from Grace. I don't need.
DK. In case I do gamers shenanigans.
Okay. Anyway, I'll put it on myself. I won't be doing DPS anyway.
Okay.
Tons of downtime phases still. Do it.
Oh.
Center.
Right. Block. Support.
North, south, mid.
Knock back.
We need to
Gentle.
chill. B.
3.
1, 1.
C.
Out, in. Out. In. Bait.
3, stay back.
In, out. In. Out.
Oh my god damn it.
You hate to see it.
Blue.
Center.
Left.
Counter. DPS.
North, south, clockwise.
Knockback. Bravo.
1.
3.
Charlie.
In, out. In. Out.
Three, stay back.
In, out. In. Out. Lance. Towers.
I've got add.
Pop.
Thanks, ready. Melee's ready. And Bonk's ready.
A 6.7.
Melee. Ranged. Right. Cal, how do you feel on Adel, first or second Quagga?
I don't remember what the party damage is.
Okay, I'll keep doing what I'm doing.
Bruno south.
Left lightning.
Right lightning.
Line true north and taunt.
Looking at 2.
Nuking 3.
Where is he up?
I'm just gonna keep nuking.
Mm-hmm.
I'll burn something. Okay, raising now. Adel's up. Get Ari up. Okay,
I'm just gonna stay like this.
very good.
LD is out. TBN.
Okay, easy. Alright. Just tanks. Group up in your little groups. Second monitor. It's either party in east or out west. Beautiful.
Yes.
No.
Prep from Moto Val. Mm-hmm.
Raising Mal. Wait, raising Cal? What?
We're in the wall.
Oh,
Both of us in the wall. We got hit by Slide Buster.
I see. Well, they're enraged.
Yeah.
Can try to. Well, we're not going to survive. You're both way in the wall, man.
Yeah, Slice Buster is high jump, so I guess it's a given considering it's wind. Far sight!
Yeah, there's two of us. How do you
Oh.
think that's gonna
Far
work?
sight.
That's it.
Far sight. I don't-
Theory confirmed. Hit the farthest target.
Practice the movement and the spotting anyway.
That's what I was thinking. I went to Sly's spot though. Hmm.
Good.
Oh well.
Yeah, we got.
So you got deleted by Staggering Breath.
Yep. It,
Tank was not on the edge of the donut.
He was on the view marker.
I didn't
We
get
were
out
at the edge
fast
of the
enough.
wall.
We might want to start halfway between our spots, Sly. You don't have a
Yeah,
ton of time to get there, it looks like.
yeah. I was trying to figure out, so 2 yeses is in, anything other than that I have to be out.
Correct. And just pop Oblation and TBN if you're out. In any circumstance, just pop Oblation and TBN so you don't think about it.
Okay, yeah.
Is that just damage that killed the tanks?
Damage
Damage
that
killed
me. I
Sly.
killed the healers because of my
Yes, and then he
buster
killed the
knockback.
healers.
And then the dragon enraged, so everybody died.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah,
guess
and I
that
started
covers it.
halfway.
Go again.
If we're concerned about our mitts for later, me saying yes means you need to mitigate.
Wow.
I thought you guys were both just gonna mitigate no matter what, right?
You should have a
Yeah.
plan that works for the Hollowed Wing event, regardless of whether you mid it or not.
Yep, because
So-
you don't have a choice in the Halloween meta.
Arguably, you
very
could just
true.
always mid, just to be brain dead about it.
Put it in your rotation. If it doesn't work, adjust. But I would put it in your rotation.
Red.
Very generous of you to call it a rotation at the moment.
What do you mean?
The lightning
Little-
shot rotation. Right.
Center.
Left. You're carrying the DPS for the entire phase.
Yeah, man. Our DPS are trolling right now, dude.
Echo, you're sending your veil on the lightning, right?
Yes, yes. I use second wind and veil there just so you don't have to spam less
And
straight.
Ari, are you putting out Red Olive Earth on lightning too?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, on lightning? No, sorry. No, I'm doing it for the...
Well,
Not
let's
the
execute
lightning.
this.
Yeah. Counter. Port.
North, south, it will be tight on south.
Knockback. I am doing Shade Shift and Second Wind basically while the tanks are running into position with the tethers.
Okay.
4.
B.
Carly.
1.
Out, in. Out. In.
Shit. Got a hit.
I'll remove.
Raising Ari. It's a 3. Don't take it quite yet.
Where the fuck was I supposed to be?
We're all dead. We're all very dead. Wipe.
Lost track of where I need. Jesus.
What was that?
Now got.
I must have started too far back in the eye tyrant stack. I just didn't make it out with the sprint.
Say again. Don't run. Don't run directly south for out and in when you're trying to soak the one tower. If you can't make it in time, then go west or east and then circle around. Right? You only have to soak the tower on the in part of the out and in.
Yeah.
Which is an age later.
Yeah.
So like I go directly south because I know the timing and I can do it safely, but if it's bothering you, by all means go to the side.
It generally doesn't, but I'll do it anyway. I'll go off to the
Safety
side.
first. Just arc around.
I must have been like at the edge of the top north side of it.
You pre-pop sprint and you just go around.
Yeah.
Dance.
Blue. Would it be better if I shade shifted this, the lightning here?
No, don't.
Okay.
Just don't do anything different unless I tell you to. Center.
Wow.
Left.
It's because I already have an unexpected variable, which is Val continuously taking more damage than he should be.
Sounds like emergent gameplay to me.
Yes, it's very emergent, which is why I don't want you changing anything.
Got it. Used to be me. I used to be the problem child. So that's why I started second winding and shade shifting every time.
I can second wind if it helps.
Clock. DPS.
North, south, it will be tight on north.
Knockback.
Wait, what are you saving second wind for then?
I'm not using it there, so I can use it. Problem solved.
Ruth
Well, use
is
it
out.
somewhere.
You wonder why healers get really annoyed over their DPS for not helping themselves. Jesus.
No, I don't wonder. I simply accept.
Yeah.
Go easy.
simply say healers adjust and go next.
Yes, I have been.
Adjust
Well,
again.
fine, I'll throw a second win there. No
Alright,
big
let's-
issue.
Memes aside,
Okay.
let's have a clean dive.
Bravo.
4.
3.
1.
In, out. In. Out. In, out. In. Out. Lance. Towers.
I've got ahead.
Pop.
Thanks, ready? Melee's ready? Bonk's ready.
Alive.
Twenty-six point 7. 26.7. 26.7. 26.7. 26.7. I wonder if at some point I should point out that I don't think that tank LB is as tight as we previously thought.
I don't think it is
Those
either.
health bars are a bit tighter than usual though.
Damn right they are.
Wasn't me, boss. Heart of Light and Reprisal are out. I'm pretty sure if Harchifon is running when we do the LB, it hits him still, even if it doesn't show the little buff.
I went and
No,
tested
I'm
it.
messing with it,
Science
but
is-
Yeah, I don't want to.
I don't want to test it.
I think you
I
are
think we have
correct.
tested it before.
We've tested it without trying to. As much of a gamer as I like to proclaim myself, I'm pretty sure I've hit it a slight bit too early before, and it's been fine. I'm not changing anything. I'm just saying.
It's just challenge mode. Alright. Let's wake up.
Pick up.
For now, it's
Left.
north.
Left lightning.
Right.
Line to north and Ton.
We're looking at 2.
Nuking B. Oh boy, this is bad.
It's not looking good.
No one's in my range to res. This is not. What was the deal there?
I see. That's me. That's a bell spot.
I got deft to chain tick.
Did anyone get feared?
I got feared looking at 2.
Okay.
Must have been slightly off.
Oh.
2 was very off. 2 was like...
I was
Orden
looking
was at 3 and the eye was at 1.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess I got lucky. I looked exactly at 2 and I didn't get feared. That's actually kind of impossible, actually. I don't know how that happened.
They might not have been directly at 3 and 1, but that was the general directions I noted when I was figuring out what to call.
Okay, so
So-
the call would have been B, I guess.
Yes.
Alright.
The call was B, to be
Oh.
clear.
Okay.
I thought you said 2.
I don't remember.
Don't either.
Anyway, I don't
Maybe
care.
maybe backwards.
Go
Maybe
again.
I did call 2. I don't know.
Check food.
It was a yellow marker. I looked at it. It was great.
That's not.
It was great.
Adrian, you're the food. Adrian, you're the food.
Oh, I'm the food. Great. Okay.
In any case, I think people should get used to trying to spot it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can keep the call, but I know I have been blanking people out there. Put it one way.
Red. Right.
Center.
Oh fuck.
I wanted to adjust, but I felt like that was going to
No,
get us
no,
killed
no,
anyway.
no. That's on me.
I was like, I could Shikuchi, but if I do that, I know he's going to own a bomb.
Trying to wall while paralyzed Sly, am I right?
We both got paralyzed at the exact same spot, too.
Okay.
Okay, I had a bad food opener there. That's fine.
You hate to see it. Red.
Tenor.
Right. Clock. DPS.
North-south counter.
Knockback.
Keep walking.
Bravo.
4.
1.
Charlie.
3. Out in. Out. In. Bait.
Three, stay back.
Out in. Out. In. Bait. Lance. Towers.
I've had.
that's not correct.
Funny me.
Oh,
Hey, we're still ahead. Got carried. Tank's ready. Melee's ready. Bonk's ready.
That 26.7?
Yes, sir.
26.7.
That's a good copy.
melee. Ranged.
Right lightning.
Renovus north.
Align true north and taunt.
Looking at 2. Looking at 2.
Nuking 2.
TK help with H.
With H. It's H.
I am now on A.
Okay.
Actually, Yeah, I'm on A.
Party, get away from me.
Away from triangle towards circle.
And stop. Okay. Your little groups.
Remember, Sly, we're like halfway to our spots.
Yep, thank you.
Be in the midline.
Melee.
Yes.
Ranged. Swap.
Spread for mortal.
Spread.
Stack
Okay.
on your
Ari
sides.
has it.
I will be guinea pig.
Okay. Look at second monitor. It's either in east or
Near
It-
sight.
it's out west.
Oh,
Guinea pigs on A.
On A. On A. On A.
Okay, I'm going A.
Says
Spread
in
out.
pink, but aggro anyway.
I got the morals out
Oh, the
cleanly.
tank's
33
dead.
seconds.
Oh,
Spread out, spread out, spread out, spread out,
Yeah.
spread out, spread out.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That was interesting.
I think that is a
Oh,
spread.
orbs are
actually.
different.
they are different. Whoa, fucking weird patterns. But I think it's fundamentally the same. They just nullify checkerboard, tic-tac-toe, even if they're a weird shape.
Really?
Sly,
Yeah.
you accidentally went to the wrong side there.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
saw the wing immediately, but I was looking. I saw it wrong, so I went to the wrong side.
I ran to the exact right location and did not hit a single mitigation, like a goddamn legend.
Oh, you know.
I took that shit raw.
Get owned.
So Mortal Val just passes. That's fine. Echo, you're streaming.
I am.
You want
yeah,
to
I
look
wanted-
at something?
I just wanted to look at rough. First of all,
They do a lot of
This is
fucking
weird.
autos when they're angry.
they
It's
did-
really annoying.
I think it's
Oh,
just
he was
these
in
guys
power.
auto
Right,
a
right,
lot.
right, right.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like a lot because they're angry. I think they just auto a lot, and we notice.
I know
because
that. I
they're
know.
running
It's
fast.
just really annoying when they are angry that they auto a lot.
Okay, so
Anyway.
did you guys successfully transfer the thing? It looks like you did.
Yes, yes, we
Yes,
did.
it looks like it was transferred.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
It's a
good.
clean transfer. It's nothing odd. You see how Ari's glowing? He can't get it again, at least
Yes,
for another
yes,
minute.
okay. For
And
a
when
minute
mine-
and a half or two.
When mine came on
Anyway,
me,
so
it
there's-
came on at 33
There's
seconds.
4 people running around.
Looks like we all
Adrian
got
got
hit.
a different debuff.
Wait, did he? Oh, he did.
Can we look at the log and find that?
Yeah.
is that one?
Should be recent. Fire resistance.
I wonder if one of the sky
Entangled
lasers
flames.
is based on who got the debuff past them.
Where is it? What the fuck didn't go?
Entangled flames?
Entangled flames, which states powerless against Nidhogg's
Nidhogg's
desire.
desire.
That another. Okay, but how's that
Share
differ
his
from?
suffering.
How does
So,
that
okay.
differ from?
All right, I get it.
Flames? Do
I
get
think
it.
I get it as well, but Val, feel free.
Vengeance.
All right, entangled is going to be because it says desire that another share his suffering,
Yeah.
and so we're going to want entangles to stack together, all together,
Oh, I see.
and then spread.
That would make sense with the labels.
It's also called entangled flames, which indicates stack, and spreading indicates spread, huh?
My
But-
notion was
Hey.
simply the concept that we need to do something that is. It's basically not gavel, but he's basically giving commands. Like we need to do the thing that we are powerless against,
Yes,
right? Which is the same thing Echo said in some sense, but
But
it's brute justice
those,
ordering us.
those debuffs go out when we get hit.
yeah, when the mechanic starts, these debuff go out, right? So
these-
they're
I mean, these are called
possibly
entangled
randomly
flames, okay.
assigned.
I mean, but like we
Right.
still need it spread for raw flames cast, surely, yes?
So there's a looks like there's 1, 2, 3. There's at least 3
I got
hits.
hit by 2 things.
Oh, you got hit by
presumably
2?
there are at least 4, possibly 8. I don't know what Val got hit. Looks like I don't know what Val
Yeah.
got hit by.
I only saw 2 last time we were here, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
All 3 of us took damage downs, which indicates that all 3 of us took extra stacks of something.
Yeah. So it's some kind of big spread, but let's see. I want to see the balls. Can you play 4?
Yeah.
So we have the first 2 things that spawned were full tic-tac-toe coverage, right?
Tic-tac-toe covering.
Like the middle one was going to blow up the middle, east, west, north,
Cross,
south,
yes.
the full
Cross.
section in a 3x3 grid,
That's right.
right?
Yeah.
The northeast one was also going to do that. Southwest one, well, you
Northwest
have an
one,
unfortunate
you
angle.
I mean,
I'm just
look
from
at
your
A.
perspective. From your perspective, never mind.
I have a better
The-
angle.
What's
The
north? I don't know
the
what
one
it is.
under Adrim is the L-shaped one that I want to look at specifically.
Looks like it accomplishes the same thing of covering that grid, the L.
Are you sure that it does?
Yeah, here, I'll stream it.
Unfortunately, we only get to see the first one explode.
I'm also in the wrong corner to fully see it. Oh,
Okay.
it's not L-shaped. It's kind of a triangle, but it fills. It's just as you say. It fills the space. So it's just trolling.
So
So it's yeah. Who
Saying
here
fills
has
the
done?
Space. I mean,
Who here has done? I mean, I guess this is Nidhogg Extreme as well.
It
It
is.
doesn't have to be Midgar's armor. Don't get AFK kicked.
I think the smaller of the free spaces is going to be where the entangled flames are going to go. If we can somehow determine that pretty quickly, and then of course the rest of the space is free.
What do you mean by smaller of free spaces?
If you look towards 4, that doesn't look like a big wide open free space, right? But if you look like 2, that seems to be pretty big. You can at least fit 3 or 4 people in there.
All of the free spaces are exactly the same size. I don't understand.
4 safe spaces for the first set of AoEs. Right?
For the first AOE, there's just right.
4 corners you can stand in, yes?
2?
There's 4 corners you can stand in, but the balls are popping in sequence. So you want
And
to
yes,
do a
also
3
there's
to
the cauterize. So
you want to
really,
do a 3-to-1 dodge. Oh, and there's a cauterize.
Yeah, so 4 becomes 2. Really, there's 2.
Yeah. The cauterize does extend into each of them, but it does reduce it down to. It's still 4.
Wait, it is 4. That
Yeah.
time he went across the center. He can come across any of 3 ways. It looks like on a previous
Oh,
build,
really?
he came right down this way. Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty cursed.
So in this configuration, he didn't actually remove any safe spaces, but in the previous one, he did.
Oh, that's extra special then. So usually a 2-to-1 dodge is not viable. We didn't live long enough to see the second orbs explode in this pulse, so I don't really have a feel for the timing.
Are they on the enemy tracker at least?
The orbs?
Yeah.
Everyone's dead. Sly or Adrim, you have to
I don't see it on my enemy
put
list.
on the end. So they would be in FF logs at best, right? They wouldn't be. FF logs wouldn't show a cast bar or anything. If that's what you're asking.
That's annoying.
Wait, are you talking about the orbs or the dragons?
The orbs.
Oh yeah, they're not there. Well,
Yeah,
I don't
the
see
orbs.
them.
So, in any case, whether it's a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 dodge, he's gonna block out a section. What was that AOE at the end? That Echo is freeze framed on right now.
It's one of the Aquamorns.
That's one of the Aquamorns.
One of the Aquamorns, which also leaves a puddle, by the way. So
Leaves a
it?
puddle.
They.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it seems
doesn't
that
go
way.
to-
he sends out. So far, we've only sent out. So far, we've only seen him send out 2 total. We die at the second. We haven't gone past the second one. Both unknown puddles as well.
So it could be we just have to stack for it and then move. Maybe it's a chasing AoE or something, but we can't stay under the puddles, right?
What is
Presumably.
what is spreading flames again?
It's called Powerless Against Nidhogg's Need for Vengeance.
I
As
posted the
opposed
statuses
to-
in the party chat.
As opposed to Entangled Flames, which is powerless against its desire that another shares suffering.
Now, is it that spreading implies spread and entangled implies stack, or vice versa?
I don't know.
Fucking puddles.
Those
dude.
are big fat puddles.
You can fit one in the corner of your safe spot, and then you
yeah.
can fit one in the inner corner of your safe spot.
Once the Nidhogg's dive goes out, there'll be 4 corners for you to play with, disregarding the fireballs, right? But in any case, there'll be 4 corners because you'll go from one tic-tac-toe spot to the next tic-tac-toe spot, right? And you'll start on the edge, moving into a tic-tac-toe. So basically, you'll already cover a corner. Yeah, it looks like he's diving this.
Down this,
I have
Oh,
a
Race
question.
Felger.
Race? Yeah, it's race stopping.
It's Race Velger.
It's always race. Okay,
It's always race.
I guess that makes sense.
I do actually have a pertinent question as well. Is it always that the center explodes first?
So
Can we
far,
always
it
have
has
the
been.
coordinates?
So far.
Okay.
It seems that's what we've seen. Yes.
Is the second explosion random on the quadrants they cut off, or is it
don't
also?
I mean,
think-
they go in order. So
They go
Oh,
in
yeah, I know
order.
they go in
They go
order,
in
but-
spawn order.
What I'm trying to say is it always center and then?
In
the one
this
you see
case,
here,
it was 4 and D. It was purples. In the most recent poll, they spawned on.
Purples as well.
and then was it D4 or 4D?
I believe
most
it was
recent poll was
D4.
D and then 4. This poll we're looking at on my VOD is 4 and then D.
Yeah, D4.
Yeah.
For the most recent.
I think this 2-1 is very doable.
It's possible that has been a solution in the past for this kind of orb thing.
I say this because notice how long the one explosion shows its AoE and then pops. That's
Wait a
like one.
minute.
That's like a good like
Do they-
1 second or something.
Do these things overlap?
I think
good
they
question,
do a little bit.
I think
yeah,
they
definitely
do.
Look at this orb right here. That's definitely overlapping with this one.
The first AoEs go out, and you see them on the floor. And yeah, you can see on D and also on 4 there's an orb over there. I think they overlap to force us to do a 3-1.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
Right? Because in the past, they never overlapped like this.
But there's also quite a bit of time that these things.
Yeah, there's like
go.
legitimately out of time.
I...
Like they're all gonna do the same. All gonna show the same time for their AOE. So if you just look at how long the one takes to poof.
Well, let's look.
More normally a
One-
shared damage.
2. It's about like 1.5 seconds worth of time.
In Nidhogg
We-
Extreme, Lockmorn is a full party stack.
Yes, it's a pulsing full party stack, but
The original
Like 4 times.
pulsing
It's not-
full party stack.
well, the original was a pulsing tank buster, but that wasn't Nidhogg.
Does.
Anyway, move
Yeah.
around so you don't get AFK kicked.
Is there a reason we wouldn't want to stack the whole group up together here? Sorry, I
think
missed
that's
that.
what we- I think that's what
Entangled.
we have to do.
I think there's different debuffs, and if one person gets, a lot of people get spreading flame. Some people get entangled flames, but those debuffs are still counting down.
Yeah, they resolve much later.
I guess they're not part of this what we've seen.
But that doesn't quite. I don't know if that tells us how we deal with lasers that are coming down at the very start, does it?
But
I think we just
lasers.
need to spread, and then we took
The
extra
lasers which
clicks.
are applying some of these debuffs and not.
Oh,
Morn?
though no,
No.
before that, the actual Wrath Flame
Yes.
cast.
Yeah.
One person actually directly explodes,
Oh, I
right?
think it was
Hey,
when I was-
one. I don't know. Watch this, but you're
I
jumping around.
needed to
Echo,
move
can you
so I
just go-
don't get expelled.
All
Sorry.
right.
Can we just go to
Oh.
the most recent one because it has the most clarity in it?
Sure.
Since
Echo,
people
you-
are stacked.
You probably have a better angle than I do. I can't really see what's going on because I'm being
Ignoring the
revived.
fact that some people are getting doubled here, at least we can count. We're like,
Wait, that's
Everyone except Sly got hit. Sly did not get hit.
Why
Echo
did
got-
he get hit?
Echo got doubled.
I didn't see I didn't see an AoE on the ground like the others.
Was
I
Sly
got it, you
fully
know.
alive?
Sly got
Oh,
a
he had
dedown.
fucking.
I
He
had,
had
I had
fucking.
transcended.
He was getting rezzed.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
he
it was-
he wasn't
It was-
just transcendent. He was animated in the air, so he wasn't targeted.
But he still got a D down.
I got a D down.
Uh,
Oh. You're right.
But why did we?
Adrian
Why
has
did
a
most of
D
us
down
take a
too.
D down right there?
Because we
So has a
took
D down, Adrian has a D down, Echo got slapped twice and also gets a D down for one of them. What happened to
Yeah,
Ari and Val?
Everyone got D downs.
Go back
But
to
Ari
the
and
pro.
Val only got slapped once, is that right?
Yeah,
I
95k.
don't know. They're gonna have to tell me. I can't really tell from here. It looks like they got hit once. Just based on floating text here, I see Ari 1 number. For Val, I see 1 number. They're big numbers. 100k, 100k.
97.
I can look at the.
Is it proximity? Is
Mm.
Ari slightly further than you, or is that's within variance, isn't it? 95, 97k.
So, for
We need to
reference,
know.
there's a name for this cast that
Yeah.
killed Echo Valinari. It's called Entangled Pyre.
Well, it's Entangled Pyre or Entangled Flames. We need to know which ones Ari and Val took there.
Well, according to
I
the
took
log
both.
in the last poll, there was an Entangled Pyre on each of Ari, Val, and Echo.
Okay,
And it
so
resulted
they
in your
died.
death.
Their pyres did 100k damage. Mine hit second, I guess. So I had a
Yeah.
problem here.
You weren't supposed to get a second.
Yeah.
The Entangled Pyres did 95k on each of them.
Yeah.
And you took a million or
3 mil.
whatever.
3 mil.
Yeah.
Right?
Did I have Shade Shift up? I think I did. Okay, so yeah.
Oh, it's
Shade
fine.
Shift protected. I was just curious how much Entangled Flame does. I guess Entangled Flame does like 30, 35k.
Something like that, yeah.
Nidhogg prepares Entangled Flame on Echo specifically. And then Echo explodes. And
Yeah,
that is what kills Ari and Val.
Do you suppose? Oh.
I don't suppose. It's in the log. So if the log can be trusted, my gut instinct here is that whoever gets hit by Entangled Flames cannot be in the stack. There's
You're telling
two
me that-
safe areas.
You're telling me that Nidhogg didn't prepare attacks on either of them? Oh,
No, he prepared Entangled Flames on you and you alone. You're the only one who took Entangled Flames damage. Then
The
Entangled
environment.
Pyre killed you, Val, and Ari.
okay, the environment targeted them, I guess. Okay.
Because I'm thinking that if Entangled Flames target gets too close to anybody, it goes boom.
How do we
Which
know?
is-
So, the thing I'm trying to figure right now is we haven't figured out a tell for how Entangled Pyre and Flames execute. What I imagine.
How they target.
In this case, you were near
Yes.
nobody when that hit Echo?
And sorry, give me a second to finish this thought. There's a secondary, which is, I believe, what we're failing here is Pyre. The fact that Sly and Adrian both got a D down but took no damage, sort of. Wait, how much did Adrian take?
Entangled Pyre is not... I don't think Entangled Pyre is a mechanic that we're failing. I think Entangled Pyre is the fail state of Entangled Flames. Entangled Flames failing triggers Entangled Pyre, otherwise we won't see it at all. Because it was just fatal to people. Outright.
Note that Nidhogg's head is up in our last poll.
Yeah, I was gonna try and narrow that down at some point as
So
well.
is his head down on
And
the
then you
previous poll?
see a circle under him like a jump.
Wait, we see a circle
A
under
jump?
who? Like under me?
No, under Nid, right there.
Oh, I mean,
Like a
yeah,
high
he
jump animation.
he animates his cast, but that's at the end of the cast. It's just animation. It's not something we can use as a tell.
Let's see. Previous cast. I'm not.
Question
really
is if we ever had a cast where his head was
His head
down.
Yeah.
Nope, that one's up.
I don't think Entangled Pyre is a fail state. Like, killing 3 people as a fail state seems a bit too weird.
So to be clear, there's AoEs that just hit people, and then there's the ball that kind of explodes. And the explosion of that ball is typical of a damage down fail state, like a tower, right?
And
A
the
tower
only
being
reason it
failed pulses
killed
out like
3
that.
people was because the other 2 had res immunity.
Right.
Is that true on
So
the poll that I'm looking
That
at now?
doesn't seem right.
we
Alright,
have had polls where people took 0 damage, like the one Echo's looking at right
I'm
now.
looking at it
Yeah.
right now.
Echo
I
took
just-
0 damage.
I had full
Also,
HP, I took
wait,
nothing.
play that again. I want to see.
Could be
Where
that
is
I
Nit's
um,
head, for one?
It was
There's
high.
there's no pulse.
Yeah, so that wasn't actually a fail state. You guys didn't get a D down.
That was a
Ari and-
successful mechanic.
Lovely.
Yeah.
right?
Except for the people who might have gotten hit, I guess. Did the people get hit have a fail state?
People,
There's a
the people
damage
got
down right
hit,
there.
got a damage down. But the point is they soaked the tower. Is the concept.
Yeah, so
It
to
didn't.
say, yeah.
It didn't pulse out to the rest of the world.
So like Altered
Right.
Pyre, I don't think is a fail state. It's like actually part of the mechanic.
Okay, that makes
The
sense.
circumstance now is we want to know how to do whatever the stack is. I imagine what the fact that it was a fail state when all 3 pyres are separate, and because it's entangled, makes me assume that all 3 of the entangled pyres need to stack.
Yeah.
And then we have one random entangled flame which needs to not be on them, I assume.
You notice in the poll that Echo is showing right now, the entangled fires, the little AoEs on the ground, they overlapped.
Hmm.
Right?
So we
It
have
was
to
on
figure out.
Ari and me, and we just overlapped ours,
yeah,
and
yeah.
nothing bad happened.
So
right.
basically,
Nothing bad happened. What?
Well, we died, but like
No,
you
no,
didn't get a pulse of damage down didn't go out to literally everyone else. And
Yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't animated like a tower failure. If you
Yeah.
look at the last poll of
I
today,
see.
you see like a raid-wide explosion happening, basically, like
Yeah.
when the pyres land. So, is this the
here,
yeah,
see
right,
that
like
a
on you
huge
with yourself
pulse.
even.
You're
Yep.
right.
You see that
And you-
radiate outwards. So,
And you were by yourself,
mhm.
right?
Indeed, I was.
So, I don't know exactly how we're supposed to stack them and live.
Mhm.
I don't know if we even need to stack them versus just have them intersect each other. Entangled, right?
I also don't even know what the tell is for how the targeting works as well. So,
We don't
Yeah,
know the
that's-
targeting either. We haven't had people alive. It could just be like all DPS, right? Or some shit.
Yeah, could be.
It could be dependent on whether his head is up or down.
Because someone
Yeah.
would have hit me in this pull.
Right. So, for symmetry with Racefelger's mechanic, the thing that targets people in Racefelger's mechanic is dependent on his
move around a bit.
head. Yeah. Is dependent on his head.
Yeah.
Right? So, naively, I would guess that there's 2 possibilities for how it targets. I think there's at least 4 entangled pyres, right? If enough people are alive. I see 3 here.
Let's
Did
see,
H,
so
did any of,
here
are
we
any of the
have-
tanks alive at this point? Yeah, Adrian's alive. He's
Sure.
beyond transcendent.
We have 4 people.
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah, my
And Sly-
transcendence comment was referring to our previous poll just now, not this video.
Also,
Yeah.
Regardless of whether you
Sly-
have transcendent, you'd be targeted. Sly's the only one who might not have been targeted, but Adrian should have
Sly
been targeted.
is
Yeah.
alive when this cast finishes, but
He's alive, but he's floating.
Yeah,
You could see the
floating is-
transcendent buff, I'm pretty sure. The yellow one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the yellow one.
Anyway, so I see at least 3 of these. It would make sense. So we have near sight, far sight for the first one. It's not going to be near sight, far sight again, especially with more than 2, and it's not even a buster.
I mean probably, but we don't.
If I had to speculate, I would say wildly, depending on his head, he'll either hit 4 DPS or 4 support with
Alright.
entangled.
For mechanics, as I understand it, exactly 4 mechanics came out here. 3 pyres and 1 flame.
Okay,
Echo got doubled by one of, yeah.
all right.
But I
Um,
don't know what that implies still.
The flame, what is the animation of the flame? Like, where is it?
It's on, sorry. Echo got doubled by it, so I legitimately can't tell.
So there's the ball that lands on somebody, and then there's the ground AoE, right?
Ground
Well,
AoE is
the-
probably pyre, because the other 2 are the same AoE.
Okay. The flame, is the flame called Entangled Flame?
Yeah, it's entangled pyre and entangled flame.
Okay, so they're all entangled.
Yep.
What we're seeing right here is flame.
He
although
would have
some of
survived
us-
flame, is the thing.
Yeah, it
The
only got
flame,
30K.
yeah, it was, yeah, that was,
And then his fire res down from flame kills him on pyre. So pyre doing 3 mil is because entangled flame
Yeah.
gave him a res down.
Indeed.
Right.
Fire does 100k to other people, so tanks
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
win, switches can't.
so,
That's bad.
but if there's 3 pyres and 1 flame,
And the flame doesn't kill.
it doesn't seem like pyres are going to be a tank mechanic.
But pyres cannot be survived. Well, they got the damage downs.
Never mind.
I mean, if there's,
I want to note that the only person who radiates a fail state is Echo.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
actually-
the fire that fails, entangled flame that fails. When the previous poll where we didn't fail, the entangled flame was on top of the entangled pyre. There were no entangled pyres outside of the entangled flame. Right? It was just one spot on A, as it happens. The weird thing is there were enough people alive to target several people. I think only 2 people died over there on A.
That's correct. 4
Arietta.
people alive, 2 people get hit, 2 people don't get hit.
Yeah, like we had 4 or 5 people alive and 3 people got hit, and 1 got doubled. This time 2 people got hit and nobody got doubled. It's kind of weird.
On about a paranoia, do we want to just send practice polls for the time being and then discuss this later, or do we actually want to do?
I
I
mean,
assume some people still want death practice or things like that, right?
We have one more poll tonight. One good
Because
one.
this is a bit too, I think, a bit too
This-
complicated at the moment for us to just talk.
yeah, let's fish for RNG.
Yeah.
If we can get his head down, we can identify more.
Alright. That's a plan.
That is a plan. Check food. Probably running out. If you have less than
This
14
is
minutes.
unfortunately our last poll anyway.
You have
Yeah,
less
said
than the
excellent.
3 to 4 weeks of this fight's duration. Pop another food.
All in ready?
Yep, follow
I'll
Moonby.
make sure everyone's back.
This is unfortunately probably going to be the last for the week, I guess.
Yes,
We'll have
this will
plenty
be.
of time to look.
Cal, you have 11 minutes. One more.
I know I do. Yeah.
Inadequate. It's
Well,
inadequate.
guys die early, it'll be fine, am I right?
You gotta die to Akafa, there you go.
Alright.
I heard die early.
Actually, I think it would expire. It would expire during death.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So that's not where you want it to expire.
Red.
Red.
Red is my least favorite.
Center.
Right.
Red is my favorite Dead Redemption.
Block.
Me.
Oh,
Raised on A.
Support.
Thank you.
North, south, mid.
Down, you're going through.
I think raising overwrites the previous raise.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's probably latest.
Yeah, it's not.
Really? That's a bummer.
Yeah.
I moved in too fast.
Let's try one more time.
One more again. Time for sure.
Al had the perfect food plan. And now it's ruined.
Purple.
Center.
Left.
Oh, fine. Block. Support.
North, south, mid. It will be tight on north. Okay.
Knock back.
Four.
One.
Early.
Out. In. Out. In.
Please stay back.
In. Out. In. Out. Lance. Towers.
I have at.
Was that better, Adrian?
I mean, I happened to be right next to you, so I was moving to grab it before you moved, but your movement looked good.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure.
Very.
Oh. Stupid thing. Picking up all this noise.
Food check, why not?
Yeah. That was a good time.
Treat ourselves.
Uh,
Tanks ready. Melee's ready. And Bonk's ready.
Yeah. Might be missing reprisal on the big one. That was a very fast kill.
Fight sucks.
Ranged.
Good habit. Or no, north.
Left lightning.
Right lightning.
Raising that. Oh, slow raising now.
Align through north and on.
Oh dear, that's fine. Totally fine.
We're looking at 2.
You stand still. Okay.
Nuking B.
He's up.
I'm going to A. I'm now on A.
Battle.
Gonna turn, so be careful.
This will be exceedingly close if we get it at all. Yeah, no.
Hit it very hard. More dots.
It's not.
More dots, less dots.
Eliminating the If you believe eliminating me won't do 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 years suffering. But so me taking Adel off of the first Quagga is not working. Did someone else take something else off? I don't remember us being that low all the time.
We moved Faint to the Busters right after that Quagga as well. But that's
We're not. We're invulning those busters. We no longer need faint.
No, sorry. The Busters that are right after the first Quagga. The ones that...
Yeah, we are
This
invulning
one.
that
You're
again.
invulning both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back to invulning both. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we no longer need to invuln the Akafa, so...
Okay, we can put the Faint back on the first Quagga then, but the 5% diminishing is probably still not going to be the difference.
I mean, it may actually be the difference. Mal falls over half the time. That's damage variance. 5% would cover that. What was his health? I don't know.
I think I was unshielded because I was busy trying to spot Arium, but I thought he was. So. If it was unshielded and he died because it was unshielded, then that's because it was unshielded.
He took a Quagga, and he did not have a shield.
Okay, yeah, then it's because it was unshielded.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, overkill of 763. That's tragic.
Moving
Well,
Faint
so-
back to that Quagga is going to help.
Faint would cover that,
I mean, if
yes.
you're invulning, then you're invulning, so...
Yeah, not using fainting anywhere else, might as well.
Yeah, we can just Faint both those Quaggas. That is time.
Yes.
Now it's time spent trying to figure out whatever the hell friggin' Nidhogg shenanigans.
Yeah, that mechanic.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's a thinker. We granted we don't have great data with how many people have been dead, but
Yeah.
The data is very incomplete.
With the
It was-
retrospect we have around Brace, it might be possible to derive something.
It's
yeah,
essentially what I was saying, where it's got to be two modes, and those modes must affect how it targets.
Yeah.
The question of how entangling resolves correctly, you can't actually stack them because Echo did that and he took 3 million damage, right?
Okay.
Yes.
So you can't actually get hit by the entangled pyres, but having everything fully separated is also a fail state because of that pulse.
So would it be like one partner? Is this pair stack?
I was about to say,
either
casual note, the damage of entangling pyres is like 90k, so buddies makes a lot of sense.
It's yes.
You guys
So
have a good night.
guys,
Good one.
but somebody's taking a flame, so you can't
Yeah.
take a flame and a pyre.
yes,
That
but
is the riddle.
assuming we know how it's going to target based on his head, the question becomes, what is it? And
I
that's
see.
what we're
I see.
talking about.
Okay.
So
So until
Assuming-
such time, we could still stack people, everybody.
I don't know if it's typically there's no such thing as a registration of overlapping AoEs as a success or fail. What I mean is like AoEs clipping each other, but not anyone in particular.
Like we also have the previous Raw Flames pull where Edda, you, and Ari
Yes.
were stacked just the two of you.
Yes, we satisfied the entangled flame, but we didn't. We killed each other with the pyre.
And the rest of us
Right.
did get hit, so it's
Yes. So, if there are only 3 pyres, and if they are buddy, that ties up 6 people by default. Right? Those people cannot be in the flame because they'll be double firewalled and killed. Right? So the entangled part of entangled pyre may be as simple as you need a buddy. But I think the fail state is coming from the flame, not the
you
pyres.
had a buddy. And you both perished big time.
Well,
oh,
we,
you know
we
what?
perished, but the
He
fail
was
state I'm
eliminated
talking
from it.
about is the pulse.
What
Right?
yeah.
I'm not talking about we're living or dying.
You both also took
I'm
damage
just thinking
rounds.
about it in hindsight, and I don't know if I'm right about that. Because, like, he gets the D down after he gets hit by fire. I don't know if it's because the game was slow on registration or something like that, but... Like, the D down didn't happen after he got hit by flame.
Yeah. So I don't think flame is supposed to be stacked on anyone. I don't think flame is supposed to be stacked on pyre either.
Flame
But I
shouldn't
do
be on-
I do speculate that the pyres have to be buddy stacks, and the flame has to be something.
Spreading is inadequate. Like when I took it totally by myself, it fucked everybody.
Flame. Well, you took a pyre by yourself.
So if I may,
You got flame and pyre.
yeah, you got flame and fire.
The pyres don't just target people, right? Because that time it targeted, if so, it targeted 3 people that time, but only 2 people on a different pole.
Well, that I don't understand, right? We don't know how they target.
I was going to ask, can we go back to all of our other fail polls where we had race, like go back to all of the polls where we actually saw this land and see who got hit by how many and what, basically.
It's gonna take a lot of digging.
It will.
We saw it once in a very quick pulse early on, but that was a while ago, and it wasn't.
We have a discrepancy right now, which is sometimes we've seen, I guess, 2, and then we've seen 4 here.
3. I don't think we saw 4.
It's 4 because of the one flame doubling echo.
Oh,
Like total mechanics.
one flame, 3 pyres, yes.
Yeah, total mechanics is what I'm gonna say. And then that one pole where everyone was stacked together, it was only 2 things, 1 pyre and 1 flame.
Well, there were... When me and Ari were stacked, I think each of us got a pyre and I got a flame. But I don't know about the 3rd pyre. It didn't seem to hit anybody. Maybe we got another pyre. We'd have to look at the log. Right, the live log from today is up. The log from the other days are also up. You should be able to just look in at deaths or whatever and just count the number of pyre instances. Right, instead of trying to find visuals in VODs.
Do you have those logs put under like the meditate group or something where I can actually just go and find them on the site, or do I have to have the links that you're providing?
It's the links. I don't do anything with FF logs besides upload logs. I don't have like a guild or any shit like that.
That's TK's nice way of saying he doesn't want to be associated with us.
Well, I mean, yeah, I feel like you also haven't always posted a link for each time, is all I mean, but I guess that just means I need to start logging.
We didn't always upload the logs every single day, no.
There is, I see one poll where it was 2 pyre, 2 flames.
Well, what is the timestamp of that poll? See
This
if we have a VOD.
So this was yesterday's.
Was it the yesterday one that Echo has been showcasing?
Both of the ones
Or was
that
it a
I've been
different one?
showcasing are from today.
Okay, so the one from yesterday was his head down.
This is time for I think 8:51 p.m. We had a poll there.
Eastern time?
I assume so, yeah.
I'm looking at White 5 from tonight. And trying to figure out how many people we had alive at the time.
The one with 2 flames from yesterday at 8:50, 2 flames, 2 pyres, all that, Mal was the only one alive and all of it hit him.
Yep. I'm just looking at cast, so I'll just share screen. I'm not looking at what killed Mal basically, but this is what I see.
And was his head up? His head was up.
That is all? Okay.
So his head has been up in all 3 of the rock ones that we've seen.
On White 5 tonight, I don't see a single cast of Entangled Pyre or damage from it or anything. I see no reference to Entangled Pyre in our White 5.
Did we die before the mechanics started?
No, Entangled Flames and Spreading Flames both went out. There are 0 Entangled Pyres.
So what is the timestamp?
7:01 p.m. White 5, 12:35 duration.
Alright, where's Val's VOD? That's